can you cite me in contempt if I am just concerned sa pera ng bayan? This actually revealed a very, very nonchalant attitude of our House of the members of the House of Representatives. Wala kayong pakialam sa pera namin.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tio, but of course they revealed my real name na. I'm Alex Distorpo. And I'm one of those few people who have not really received a formal notice coming from posted my name sa media, and that's the only time I was made aware that I'm included on those 40 social media users that are invited by the House of Representatives on their probe about fake news. So, since wala akong natanggap na formal invitation, I asked Joey to show it to me, and I found out that the purpose as to why they're having the probe to begin with is due to the privileged speech of Ace Barbers to what constitutes being a bagong makapili, or there is no proof showing that we are paid by politicians or even Pogo. I myself has any link with Pogo operators, so how can I possibly be paid by them? So that's the first question. Eventually, they changed the subject matter to fake news, which I myself is irrelevant. Why? Because in the first place, I am not writing news. I am writing my political opinions, which is within the constitutionally protected speech natin. So yun, tinatanong ko din, verify what refer to political opinions. Because if they regulate fake news by targeting us who are only writing our political opinions, they are indirectly suppressing our freedom of speech. Tama? Kasi they are converting our opinions as news. So that's the harm that I have seen sa probe ni Dan Fernandez about this subject matter. Secondly, Maria Ressa, a Nobel Peace Prize awardee in 2021, she was caught lying in the international media saying that ABS-CBN has 11 million employees. Why is she not invited? Her inputs, her knowledge about fake news sana ay the best tool for the HOR to craft better policies or to regulate well the use of social media platforms or experience. Secondly, last year, Richard Hidarian, he posted that by December, the ICC will arrest former President Rodrigo Duterte. It did not happen. Does that constitute fake news? Now, if it does constitute fake news, why is Richard Hidarian not invited by the HOR? Ito yung point ko. If the HOR is really serious on their probe about fake news, why are they only targeting pro-Duterte voices? So this, I think, in my own opinion, is a targeted political maneuver. We know for a fact that within the week, the SecGen will transmit the impeachment raps against VP Sara, the 3 impeachment raps against VP Sara. Secondly, just this week, they declared food emergency. And just today, the Supreme Court notified Speaker Romualdez, Escudero, Senate President, and the Office of the President to comment on the petition filed by Attorney Vic Rodriguez and Congressman Ungab about the GAA, the blank spaces. Now, if you look at the timing, it's very glaring. They are trying to silence us so that we would not be able to write about all these important issues. So this is not just about what we did right now, the filing of petition in the Supreme Court is not evasion of, or we're not evading accountability. We are fighting them because we don't want to be ruled by felons. You know what I mean? Because kanina lang, ang ano ni Joey, ang letter pa lang niya, contemptible na. So is that their goal? To contempt us? On their invitation, ang sinabi nila, we will invite you because we need to hear your knowledge about the subject matter. Now, how come na ang maging basihan nila ay yung for contempt is yung letter ni Joey? If they really want us to share our knowledge about fake news, then dapat, di ba, they should hear us. There should be no threat of us being cited in contempt. We are private individuals. We are not politicians. We are working on a daily basis. So with them detaining us or with them citing us in contempt, they are also cutting our ability to earn. Or they are suppressing, aside from suppressing our freedom of speech, they are also parang attacking our personal life. So yun lang, because we are private individuals. So, for me, to wrap up everything, this is a targeted harassment. This is a targeted political maneuver. And this is not really about fake news probe because they already did this in 2017, 7 years ago. They should have, implemented better rules and regulations now, but they did not. So now, they are sparkling this conversation again because they are trying to hide or conceal something that's better or more important than what we are currently facing. Yan lang po. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Joey Cruz, also known as Joie de Vive. Yeah, French name. Ayan. There are several revelations today, and it confirms our hunches that the goal of the representative, the joint committee that handled the committee hearing, calling us to appear, to share our knowledge to share our knowledge on matters that were raised by Rep. Barbers last December 4 and December 16. Saying that there are makapili vloggers, narco vloggers, and vloggers being paid by POGO operators. On December 16, Rep. Barbers called on law enforcement groups to investigate malicious vloggers and trolls and to act on any cyber crime that they would see. It is very clear. Is to silence us, put us in jail, or if not, cite us in contempt, and God knows gaano kami katagal ilalagak dyan sa facility ng HOR. Worse, baka dalhin kami sa facility ng regular jail. And that is something that I cannot accept. Unang-una, yung mga not stupid. We are common citizens, but we are not stupid. Power tripper, the House of Representative members in that committee, including Rep. Benny Abante, who, by the way, wanted to, open the conversation of me being put in contempt, being cited in contempt, merely because I mentioned that I have no knowledge about being a paid vlogger by drug money or POGO operators. nothing to share. And if I have nothing to share, I am of no use to whatever goal that you wanted to achieve in that committee. How can you cite me in contempt if I am just concerned sa pera ng bayan? This actually revealed a very, very nonchalant attitude of our House of the members of the House of Representatives. Wala kayong pakialam sa pera namin. Imbis na hinahanap nyo kung sinong naglagay nag-fill in ng blanco sa bicameral committee para magkaalaman tayo dito kung paano nyo binuo yung 2025 national budget, ang pinagkakaabala namin. Is that fair? Now, again, it's very clear. This is harassment. This is to silence us. This is really to make us feel intimidated and for us not to talk about public issues. And it can't happen. As a private citizen, ang bala na lang natin, boses natin. And they want that taken away from us, from me. Of course, you have all the resources. What do I have? Me and my mother. And you're going to use your privileges in the House of Representatives para takot-takutin ang taong kagaya ko? Now, ordinarily, I know that, it's easier to fold. It's easier to choose that route. But we realize, yung mga taong kasama ko dito, we realize that if we are going to fold, they are going to do what they are doing to everyone. Why? Because they have done this to retired generals, to men in uniform in active service, to the Vice President of the Philippines, to us vloggers, and they are not going to stop unless we stand up and confront this in the proper forum. So that is why we decided to bring this in a place where there is a level playing field. Doon tayo sa pantay ang laban. Hindi yung duduru-duruin nyo kami dyan, gagamitin nyo yung privilege ninyo, aabusuhin ninyo, gamit ang pera ng bayan kung saan kami rin ang nagpapasweldo sa inyo. It can't continue like this. Hindi po pwedeng ganon. Someone has to say something. And we were put in an opportunity to react. And sabi ko nga po kanina, pinag-isipan po namin ito. Alam po namin na hindi ito madali. But when an opportunity like this happens, it's very important to do the right thing. And I hope a lot of you will also protect your freedom. Every single Filipino should know the abuses of some of the members of the House of Representatives. Every single Filipino should know how the budget, taxes na pinaghihirapan natin araw-araw, pinagtatrabuho ng tama at patas, ay binababoy dyan sa Kongreso. And, these are the things that we should all talk about, discuss, and demand transparency and accountability from the people who call shots. Thank you.